can't be done! This is all your fault!
Wait up, Josh! Hey, there's something to this. I think we should give it a shot. It's a good story anyways. Who's to say? It may be great.
Oh yeah, a good story. An impossible play, it can't be done! I'll look totally sad doing this!
What? You'll be fine. Josh, plus, we're buddies, man. You and I, Josh and Kyle. Buddies. Remember? Anyways, I'm gonna be right next to you, so I'll be looking totally sad next to you.
This story has a basement scene! We don't have a basement!
There's 100 ways to do a basement scene, Josh. Why, that's not even a big deal. You know that.
This story's got what? 8 characters, we got 2 left, everyone else has quit or is too busy, and now we're gonna try this after that last disaster?
Lay off it, Josh, please.
And this story's what? It's got what, 120 freaking years? The audience won't live that long.
Look, Josh, I'm still the director here. Have some faith in me. This might even be a breakthrough role for you.
More faith in you? This is a breakthrough to the bottom.
Now that hurts, Josh. Really hurts.
Come on. Just do this. Josh, you're a natural for this part. You don't even have to act. Hardly. Hey, but, it's a good story. We got a whole lot of lines memorized already. Come on, let's just do this.
Okay, let's get this rolling. Let's run through the opening scene. See how it flows. We gotta practice this.
Rehearse.
Right, you're right. Rehearse. We gotta rehearse this. And look who just showed up. Our new guy. Now there are 3. You're a little late, but welcome. We are just getting ready to run through the first scene. Great costume. Okay, I got all this ready. When the curtain comes up, there's an old guy sitting at the bar.
We don't have a curtain.
The bartender is you, new guy. Oh. Here's some arm guides you can use to put on your arms. And you just need to bring the beers to the table and take the empties. It's all in this script. Oh, and I use our own names for now until I get all this figured out. You just have to follow the script. Oh, and Josh and Kyle, this is the new guy. And, new guy, this is Josh and Kyle.
I guess I'm the new guy?
Okay, here we go. We are in New York City. A summer afternoon. A little bar off of Times Square. 2 tourists sitting at a table. Whoa! An old guy sitting at the bar watching them out of the corner of his eye. I'll be the old guy. Curtain up.
Oh, okay.
What's with these smartphones, Kyle? Everybody's staring at electronic screens instead of looking at the world. And anyway, who needs instant everything? Instant pictures, instant answers? Why can't we just speculate about stuff like the old days? Little buddy, you know what? I blame it all on that damn Thomas Alva Edison. Edison started this mess with his light bulb and his power plant and his electricity sales schemes.
Oh, Here we go. You're gonna yap about him again. I'm gonna look him up.
I'm not kidding. I like to talk to that guy and give him a piece of my mind. I got a list. First off, electric wires run all over the place, and you can't look at nothing beautiful. A mountain, a lake, or even a flower without an electrical line ruining a smoking view.
That's crazy. You can't blame one guy. I mean, Edison probably just knew a good idea when he saw one.
It's all an eyesore, I tell you. Where's the beauty and... Holy smoke, Kyle! Your crash is glowing from that smoking phone!
Oh, light it up. Come on. We're in New York City. This is our first time, and look around you. You said it yourself. New York City architecture. It's amazing. Our hotel, it's a work of art. It's totally Art Deco. And this Irish bar, the fine brick and lacquered wood. My, it's historic.
Yeah, and we're the two guys who walk into a bar.
And as for Edison, he was probably just trying to do the cheapest thing and maximize profit.
Now that's exactly my point. Edison could give a rat's ass about interrupting with nature's beauty, or somebody's view, or viewpoint. He figured everyone could be bought out, period. Right to flipping a smoking electric switch at our grand hotel, the Hotel Edison. They probably brought him down here to throw a smoking electric switch, a big Broadway premiere, with everybody smiling and applauding in 1931. I read about this back at the hotel.
Not exactly true. This one I just read, it says that he probably threw the switch himself, Edison, by remote control from his deathbed in Menlo Park, New Jersey.
Whatever. I say Edison went along with it to make a buck. When he was on his deathbed, I bet he had electric power lines strung right through his bedroom window, with a big pole stuck in his back in his flower garden. Smoke the pretty flowers if they're in the way of making a profit, says Edison.
Ha 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 ha! You nailed it! There's the opening dialogue.
No! Do I really have to keep saying smoking all the time?
Yes! It's character development.
No, it's just freaking irritating.
It's a quirk.
Nobody says it like that, at least not that way. A person could get smoked, or someone could be smoking hot, but nobody just keeps saying smoking all the time like that. Not even in a freaking play.
Understood. Understood. See? I'm listening. Josh, I am trying. I'll take it out. Got it? It's out. Just ad-lib something. Oh! And I got all the costumes already. They are all in here.
Yeah.
Is everything all right? Maybe I should come back a different time.
No! This is the perfect time for you to be here. We just disagreed. Josh and me. We disagree, and then we get over it. But please stay. We need you. I just want to do this rehearsal.
Yeah, sure, stay. We're all friends here. If you know, we hate each other. Oops. We love each other. Sometimes we fight, then we make up and we get on with it. You'll see. You'll like it here. You'll fit right in.
Well, where I work, we do engine design. Everybody hates everybody else. But we get this job done. I thought this would be different. I'm just here to have some fun.
It will be. It will be fun. It'll be nice. Sorry. Let me just fill you in. I really want this to be a good play, but I'm struggling a bit. Let me tell you the story.
Okay.
I think it's a good story.
All right, backing up. Yes.
What? Okay.
It all begins with a forlorn old guy sitting alone at a long blue bar rail. If you stress the O's, it brings out sad emotions. That's Shakespeare. While watching out of the corner of his eye, he can overhear a conversation held at a battered wooden table. Two patrons were drinking themselves into a good time. What he heard drew him back into some far, sad horizon. So, just to amuse himself, this old gentleman labeled these two the Seekers. Yes, he thought, these two are seeking something. The way they talk, they are seeking beauty and truth. Beauty and truth. Look, the old guy saw and heard everything. Maybe drunk, but he's got all these memories. So he wanders over and talks to the guys at the table, or maybe to himself, or maybe to the audience. I love it when an actor connects to the audience like that.
I hate soliloquy. Do we really have to go through this?
Josh, this is just a draft of the whole thing.
The whole thing isn't written yet.
You know what I mean? Please go along with us. Oh, please, please, please give us a chance. Please stay and read along. The bartender role is easy. It becomes interesting, but it is easy.
Yeah. It'll be fun. And plus, we got the second half all memorized.
And I have surprise visitors coming any minute to help us. I hope.
All right, I'll stay.
Hi, good. Hey, would you like a beer?
Sure.
All right. Do that right now.
Wait, what? That's a beer.
It's an old theater trick.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
So, the old guy at the bar is gonna say something like, well, I'll be damned. That man is talking about Edison. Too much. My father told me Edison once sat at that table. And he wasn't drinking alone neither. Mr. Henry Ford, the creator of the Model T automobile, was right there with him. Edison and Ford sitting right there. My father told me. And he could string a tale as well as Edison could string a power line.
I think Edison really did screw things up. Kyle, remember when we drove down Halley Road on the way here? I saw a single tree split right down the middle and a power line running straight through it. And now I have to play Edison?
Yes, and I'll be Henry Ford. Yes, son. This is 1896. And I've been hired as an engineer in your new company, Mr. Edison. The General Electric Company. Well, we're meeting for the first time at a company conference in New York City. And you and I hit it off. You want to know more about my new idea, so you asked me to leave with you.
Right. Ford is young and has just created his quadricycle. 4 bicycle wheels bolted to an ethanol engine. Edison is sharp and has a fistful of patents and money and knows that this is going to be a big deal.
And he's cautious. He doesn't want all the other engineers to hear about it, so we end up in a tavern in the Hell's Kitchen area of New York City.
That's what's cool. There's even a bar on 50th Street called the Hibernia, which could be the real place. So I got that worked in. But we'll call the place the Blondie.
So is that the name of this play?
It would be a good name.
That would.
You're right. So, Josh, come on, get into costume. You're Edison now.
Oh, no, you're not. Crosstown Theater! You
Really?
came! 3 of you!
Always at my word. Mr. Thomas Alva Edison at your service. And this is Mr. Henry Ford, and this young fellow will play the character listening at the bar.
Look, everybody. I called Crosstown 2 months ago when I wrote the Edison first scene. And I asked my buddy if he would come down today and show us how they would do it.
Yeah, sorry I didn't call you.
Typical.
Hey, that's why you are not with us.
Josh, cool it, Josh. Hey, Josh, let them do their thing.
You knew that I would come, though.
Oh, man, thanks. And you got that big gig coming up. What do you seat? 400 now?
Oh.
450 now? $50 a head? That is big time.
Ah, not too big to pay back a favor. I still owe you big time. Well, you did say a reading, but the prop department had these vintage threads in storage. What do you think? Pretty sweet, huh?
Yes.
Where do we sit?
Oh, center table. Here.
Excellent, excellent. Well, now, time is money. Time is money.
Yes. Oh, new guy. Yeah. Here's an opportunity for you to learn some real pros. And we still need you to read along and play the bartender role. See, this is fun. Yeah. Let's get this stuff out of the way and we'll watch from the back. All right. Just make your way back. Okay. Edison and Ford talking at the table. The old guy's father. Remember, he's a real young guy back then. Is sitting at the bar and hears everything. Bartender brings over beer glasses. All right, let's pick up the dialogue right there.
Mr. Edison, I hold you in the highest regard. I shall not let you down in your employ.
I count on it, young man.
Still, my fascination lies with the idea of self-locomotion. My new contraption is operating better than expected. And nothing to do with electricity, mind you.
Fascination is the youth's domain, Henry. Who knows what ideas will come out of your idea? Chemistry was my fascination, not electricity. I built my first chemistry set, you know. Took it on my first job as a railway car newsboy.
Working after the school day,
Schooled myself. I was 13 years old. I remember that on the train, my jar of yellow phosphorus broke and burst into flame in a big puff of smoke and stink. The conductor could use the fire bucket to douse both the flame and me. I was tossed off the train by the scruff of my neck. But I was more upset with the loss of my phosphorus than I was with the loss of a job.
bravo.
But understand this, Henry. My experimentation as a young boy with chemistry led to my unwavering focus to find the right chemical combination for the light bulb filament. Pure doggedness. But it led to real money in my pocket.
Marvelous, sir. And now, if I may, I'd like to buy the next round. Barkeep, 2 Gibsons, please.
Gibsons? Why, you continue to impress me, Henry.
Just invented, I believe. Only for the finest gentlemen.
Well, I suppose there is a special occasion here. My tastes usually run to beer. Nose to the grindstone, you know. Or perhaps a nice cognac in the evening at the workbench out in the lab? Well, I've never really been comfortable outside of the lab, you know.
Well, I am honored to be in your presence, sir.
Yes, here I am. My own laboratory, money in my pocket, the top of my game. And now, this new idea.
Barkeep, 2 Gibsons, please. Your finest gin, a little vermouth, and a pickled onion. It's sold. Floated gently to the bottom. My new idea, Mr. Edison, may replace the horse.
Your new idea, Henry, is the modern man. Are you familiar with the term? We experimentalists will build the modern man. But there is work to be done. Our sleeves must be rolled up.
I totally agree.
You know, Henry, experiments like yours will teach us what we need to know. And then engineers like you will build the future.
These are exciting times we live in.
Yes,
Engineers like me are changing the world.
indeed they are. Building impossibly high buildings, sailing the ocean in iron ships in record time, building bridges that go on for forever.
Maybe men will fly.
I myself felt like I was flying not 2 years ago. That wizard of iron, Mr. Eiffel, invited me to the top of his tower in France. He has private quarters at the top, you understand. Well, as I stood there, grasping the rails, 1,000 feet above the ground, I felt the air rushing past me, and I felt as a flying spirit. There was an electric charge. Click, click, clicking in the rails. I felt like I could live forever.
Live forever. There's a thought. We should invent that.
Gentlemen, here are your Gibsons. I've run out of pickled onions and I need to go down to the cellar. I shan't be a moment.
Henry, engineers like you will change our way of life through invention.
Well, I'd like to think so, but let's hold off judgment until some of the results are in. I'm not this young Houdini fellow. It's not some card trick to get my quadricycle run. 4 wheels on an engine, flying down the street, and me at the controls. What a sight.
Yes, indeed. It is much hard work and not some parlor magic. Well, Henry, even my wife likes to attend these magic shows.
Magic shows. My wife attends seances. What am I to believe? Here we are in modern times, yet I can't believe the misconceptions, the confusions. Chemistry and alchemy are the same. Medicine and medicinal potions the same. Physical energy and psychic energy the same.
Keep going, keep going.
Show it to me, I'd say. Well, I'd love nothing more than to prove one of these mediums nothing but a fraud.
Ah, here we have a difference, Henry. A trick is a trick, but a seance, Henry. A seance fascinates me. Well, it's no proof, isn't it? Prove to me that a medium's trance connecting a departed soul, or a minister's devout prayer connecting a saintly soul, are any different.
Go on.
Well, then, do spirits exist? And who's to say that the line between the living and the dead is totally permeable? You can't do it, can you? There. In my lab, I can feel the presence of electricity. I can taste it. In the lab, I have seen it cause death. Instant death, Henry. dogs, cows, horses. I've killed them all with electricity. In the name of science, you understand?
Yes, I've read your lab work. Oh, and now that poor boy in New York City killed by the electric line. A terrible accident.
Listen, that was Westinghouse's electricity, not mine. I told Westinghouse, Tesla, I told them all not to put that damned alternating current above the streets.
Oh, yes, there is a danger.
Unacceptable danger, Henry. Electricity kills. And yet, I cannot but somehow believe that it is connected with life. Oh, to bring that poor boy back to life again.
To use electricity for life?
Why, certainly for life, Henry. When I am near electricity, I can feel its presence. I can taste it. Why, in the lab, a modest dose of electricity, direct current, mind you, seems to stimulate the animals, make them more alive.
Astounding.
Yes, well, in the lab, I can control this electric force. Turn it off, turn it on, make it stronger, weaker, yet I cannot explain how this unseen force can impact the physical, seeable, touchable physical world. It frightens me, for I don't understand how it works.
Well, in my studies, it seems that electricity follows Maxwell's laws of electricity perfectly.
Oh, yes. You engineers, you can quantify it, measure it. Well, I myself can keep it in a Leyden jar on my shelf. I have shelves full of jars, each full of electricity that I can connect a wire to in order to run an electric motor or flash one of my illuminating bulbs. Well, my competitor, Tesla, can even send his electric force through the air without wires. Damn him. But a very genius man, that Tesla. But what keeps me humble? What keeps me as humble in my work is contemplating that this unseen force of pure energy is a mystery, Henry. A mystery. And yet it may come to be connected in some way with life. It may be life. So, if your wife thinks that there are unseen forces that we can be communicated with, well, damned if I might not be someday floating above you somewhere, peering back down on you mere mortals. My spirit, some odd collection of electrical energies floating in the ether forever.
Well, if that is the case, sir, then I shall strive to channel that force and somehow reanimate you. Because, Mr. Edison, the world would surely miss a man of your talents. I shall not let them pass.
Turn me into Dr. Frankenstein's creature, would you?
Oh, no. Mary Shelley's monster was an accident. You would be a revered achievement. A gift to mankind. Perhaps my wife is right. Perhaps there is some way to contact the dead and learn from them.
Tell me, Henry, how do you propose to reanimate my spirit? If spirits exist and are floating around us, there is no scientific way in which to corral them. You know, of course, the ancients believed that the spirit was connected to the breath. Yes, sir, we breathed in our spirit with our first breath and exhaled it with our last breath. Yes, et extremum spirituum out of there.
Yes, with his last breath went his soul. Well, but unlike the ancients, we have science. We will unlock that mystery. Well, just as the author Jules Verne writes fantasy stories as if they are science, we will use science to make fantasy a reality.
We are in the presence of a remarkable engineer.
Excuse me, sir, but I'm the only other person here. Everyone else is left. Everyone knows that when the setting sun hits the street, it's time to sup and they have to leave. Happens every July.
Well, I know of this. Yes, the New York streets are aligned with the setting sun in July. Just like the ancient Stonehenge in England. Yes, the buildings are like stone columns.
Well, then, such a fitting occasion for a toast to Mr. Henry Ford, a remarkable engineer.
May you each live 100 years longer than an oak tree for that plant today. Plus one more year to replant. May the saints preserve you and keep your spirits high.
100 years and repent. Plant an oak tree, you said? Yes, do it today. I'll not wait another minute. That seed should be planted today.
And you must continue your work on auto locomotion. You have the jump here, Henry. Well, I can imagine cities without horses. Quadricycles, large ones, small ones, rushing about. Horseless carriages, lorries, trolleys, bustling. A city that Jules Verne himself would envy. And mark my words, Henry. There is money to be made. Money to be made.
No. It is your work that must continue. Your power plants harness energy itself. Your gift is boundless energy. But the light of the sun will be replaced by the light from the Edison power companies.
Sorry, you mean you want me to plant an oak tree? Today?
No. I want you to remember this. That I, Henry Ford, will strive to preserve the creative spirit of one of the world's greatest men, Mr. Thomas Alva Edison. And that spirit, as Mr. Edison has reminded us, may be in one's very breath. Mr. Edison, I shall preserve your breath in a bottle until such time man has unlocked that secret. Why, it may be possible. You yourself have unlocked the secret of preserving one's words, one's own voice on a rotating cylinder.
At the moment, Henry, I'm not sure my breath is fit to transmit my spirit.
You know, this jar might prove useful to you, sir.
Well, if my spirit will benefit modern man at some point in the future, well, I humbly accept the honor.
Sir, I act upon my word.
Oh, you're among friends here, sir. May I set another round?
Yes, yes, indeed. Among friends, yes, indeed. And yes, for a second round, and include this young man and yourself.
Yes, sir.
Henry, if it is true, and you hold in your hands some unseen part of me, then how do you propose to keep it safe? I mean, how do we keep it out of the hands of the inept, the inane, well, who knows, God forbid, those that would do wrong decisions? This remarkable engineer has in his hands some ethereal mix of particles of me. Well, who knows what could be in that jar? Who knows what could be done with it? I have enemies, you know. Jealous men who would ruin me, ruin my good name.
I'll keep this jar safe, sir. You have my word.
Oh, this young man's word is his bond.
You, sir, are a man to be trusted.
Henry, we must keep this hidden. No one should ever know about it. No one. Where can we keep this hidden? That no one will find it. I mean, we are closely observed here in New York, and you will be closely watched in Detroit. Try to carry around a jar, keep it hidden and out of sight, but it's bound to raise suspicion of some new discovery. There will be speculators who will try to get it, trying to reach for a profit.
You know, gentlemen, down in the cellar, there's a vault room. And I know the combination because the barkeep sends me down there to fetch his best brandies.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Now this is high class. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Stay a bit. There's soda and wine in the back.
Fine wine?
Well,
Oh, okay. Well, we're out of here. Good job, Henry. Head this way.
thank you.
You know, a round of Black Russians for everybody.
Okay.
See, we can learn from this. And the next scene, we are in the basement.
No, not the basement. The audience is still sitting here. There isn't even an intermission. We can't just march around in a circle and say, oh, now we're in the cellar.
Josh, you're wrecking the mood, buddy. Plus, you know, we've got good feelings going at this point, so button it up.
Please. This is just a rehearsal. I'll get the basement done. We'll turn around the wall or something. For now, let's clear these glasses. Clear those glasses too. Take this jar.
Ready?
Get the stools and the chair along the back. Get the table over the stage right. What? Let's get this going.
You want to help me?
Just
How much work do you want us to do
Doing here.
Man, we gotta just get the basement
Yeah,
going here.
fun. Yeah, sure, it's fun.
Yeah, let's over here.
Trust me.
Yeah, let's go over here, and that bar comes apart. Yeah, like that. There you go. Just lean it up against over there. Okay. Watch out for the slip there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Thank you.
And let's see. Painting. I got some gray paint. Well, that's good right there. That's, yep, sorry. That's good. And paint. We'll get some techies to help paint the vault room.
We don't have no techies.
Hey, look at this shelving unit. I think it's that old one that we used for the zombie story we did.
Hey, I can put some bottles on it.
Oh yeah, the zombie show. That was a great performance. Let's make Edison a zombie.
Hey, no zombies.
Ooh.
I completed that bar rail, didn't I? I can do the basement. We'll distract the audience somehow. And look at these shelf units. And wait till you see what else I've done.
Hey, I can juggle. Oh, geez, Will, what are you doing?
How to juggle?
Okay, all right. Hey, I can also mime going down steps. Watch.
Cute.
You like it?
We may use that. But for now, we'll change the light. And here we go. This is the basement. All right. Edison in the basement. Edison loved cognac. Really the same stuff we call brandy, but from France. Okay, Josh. Get in the character. You're doing Edison, remember? And Kyle, you are Ford. Get over here. And I'm playing the young guy who led them to the basement. Yeah, get that hat on. All right. Ready? Gentlemen, this is the vault room.
And here is our barkeep. I understand by way of this young fellow that you maintain an excellent selection of brandies. We have decided to have a small celebration, and a purchase of one of your finest may be in order. Why, I may purchase 2 if the taste suits my palate.
I'm always glad to please a customer, Mr. Edison. An honor to have you here. But I'll tell you honestly, my prices are set. This one is excellent.
Excellent. However, I consider myself no small expert in the matters of a good brandy. I myself shall make the selection. And to see the whole collection. Yes, to see it all. I shall not be put off by set prices. There may be a significant purchase at hand. Significant.
Young man, this distinguished gentleman appears to be your customer. Show him the merchandise.
These are the barkeep's pride, sir. Boudet, Dupree, and Hennessy, the major families of France's cognac region.
Nice. Nice. Very nice. However, I shall take a look at the glass and the bottles first. My years in the lab have taught me somewhat about glass, my good man. First, look at the glass, then read the label. Hand-blown glass is what I'm looking for. Bottles therefore made before 1860. You see, in 1876, a small beetle infestation destroyed all the cognac vines in France. Since then, all sorts of brandies are about with flavorings and false labels. In order to be certain of purchasing an properly aged pre-plague brandy, I studied the bottles themselves.
There it shall stay.
We have achieved something here. We have found 2 bottles of 50-year-old brandy. 2 bottles.
But what should we do? Drink some?
Excellent! And now, here's where we could do an intermission.
What? Act 1 is over? Isn't something really big supposed to happen at the end of Act 1?
I'll tell you something big happened here. Edison nearly steals the show. He is quite the character.
Hey, I told you we should do this show, give it a shot. And I really like the way, Edison and Ford are kind of balanced. They.
And a bit too balanced. After all, this is a play about Edison.
Oh, you mean I should tone it down, right? Play second fiddle again?
Balanced? Does the bartender have anything to do?
You think I enjoy playing second fiddle? Every crappy time! I'm the wingman, I'm the responder! Why is that, Josh? Why? Why is that?
I'm playing the strong silent type here.
Yeah, why don't you play the strong, nurturing adult type once in your life? How about playing somebody who gives a damn about something more than just yourself?
Guys, we nurture. We both nurture. You're both fine actors. We're doing the reading, right? Let's pause. Bathroom break. We gotta pause. Oh, And something big did happen. We just put Edison's soul into a jar, for goodness sakes.
Josh, please don't mess this up for me.
Break, 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 I gotta use it.
I need some air. Oh, jeez.
Okay, we got this next scene nailed. All memorized, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, new guy. You can just read along in the script. Okay. And read with feeling. You're gonna be wonderful. I can tell. You think so? You did great in the first act, didn't you? All right. Let's run through this. Let's get it rolling. We are back in modern New York City. A summer afternoon. A little bar off of Times Square. Two tourists sitting at a table. A slow afternoon. The bartender at the bar reading the paper. And I'm the real old guy who just came off a stool from out of nowhere. And I tell these two guys a crazy story about my father who met Edison and Ford at this very table over 100 years ago. Curtain up.
Hey, old timer. Thomas Edison and Henry Ford sitting at this very table over 100 years ago with Edison's breath in a pickled onion jar. I don't mean to be rude, but that sounds like total baloney.
More like Blarney, actually.
My father said, this tape.
But hold on, Josh, I think there is some truth to this. I just read Henry Ford did have Edison's breath collected,
See? Like I said.
but it was collected in a test tube that was on Edison's last day of life. Yeah, that was 1931. The test tube is currently in the Ford Museum in Detroit. Edison's son even wrote a letter about it, and it says Edison kept a rack of 8 test tubes in his bedroom. There is nothing here about a pickled onion jar or any meeting 35 years earlier.
Kyle, you got crotch glow again.
Bollocks! Wait, I guess they did meet 35 years earlier. And they were here in New York. But, no onion jar. Josh, here's something else interesting. Not to disappoint you, but Edison did not want to hang power lines everywhere. In fact, the first power station was here on Manhattan Island, and Edison put the power lines in the same tunnels with the gas and water pipes.
Smelling stinkfish. Keep reading, Professor. I bet Edison buried them down there because it was cheaper. Anything to get a bigger dime in his bank account.
Well, anyway, I can't find anything about a pickled onion jar.
I wouldn't put it past him. He was a big blowhard in my book. I bet Edison had jars full of his breath all over New York.
Only one job.
There's one way to find out. Why, the truth, it's down the stairs in the basement. Well, have you seen the basement? Is there still a jar down there?
No. After all these years, I haven't gone down in the basement. To tell the truth, I was a little afraid.
That's weird.
Well, not always afraid. When I was younger, I wasn't afraid of anything. I just thought my father was all bunk, like everybody did. Sometimes he would tell the story, pull a jar out of his pocket, wave it around, and asked if anybody wanted to smell it. Nobody did. Nobody believed his Edison story or any of the stories.
Your father was quite a character.
I'll tell you what. My father, my family was an Irish mess. Never knew my mom. I was raised by my Uncle Frankie and Auntie Rita. Saint Rita, everyone called her, and she ruled the roost. Always telling Uncle Frank to do this, do that. Bring the trash down. Carry down the empties. Frank never complained. Had a twinkle in his eye. Oh, Rita, stick a broom between my cheeks and I'll sweep the stairs on my way down. She mostly kept my dad far away because of his drinking. She said he sent money. Saint Rita would give it to the church for penance and keep a little for us. She hardly talked about him. We Irish may have the gift for gab, but we don't talk, you know.
I'm sorry to hear that.
After he died, I heard stories about him I hadn't known. He had helped people. People he went out of his way for. He did little things, gave away money and didn't ask for it back. Seems like he didn't have much of a career, just jobs here and there. He died without a dime, but he helped people, and I guess he never told those stories. He'd say, I love people, and to hell with the rest of them. Maybe he's looking down at me. He'd feel pretty good to know that I learned about the people that he helped. Anyway, now I'm thinking there's nothing down there. Just a bunch of made-up nonsense like everybody said. He never told this. Never.
Josh, keep quiet. Gosh. Hey, old timer. I hear you. I was looking at some of this, and a lot of what you say checks out. Well, your father may have had a true story. Anyway, we should go down there and look for it. There's one way to find it. Hey, do you know this old guy?
Liam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Comes in here, sits in a corner, drinks, and doesn't say much. Usually just stares. Is he bothering you? I'll have him tossed out of here.
No bother. But did he ever tell you about his father who worked here? about Thomas Alva Edison, who used to come in here regularly, and Henry Ford used to come in here.
Nonsense! You want to get tossed out of here?
No, but wait. Is there a basement in here?
Yeah?
And is there a vault room in the basement there?
Yeah.
This old guy, Liam, he knows about it.
And?
How could he? We've got to go down there.
No, not in the basement. There are zombies there.
What? There's zombies?
No,
You are killing this, Josh! Killing this! Stop it!
that is not the script.
What?
Page 88. Go to page 88. I got all this worked out.
It's in my head.
Number 1, Kyle, the seeker of truth in the play, convinces the bartender that the old guy needs to go down to the vault room in the basement. Number 2, he, Kyle, convinces the old guy he needs to have the courage to find the truth. And number 3, he convinces Josh, the seeker of beauty, to just keep wait! Page 88. We are in the basement. Let's set up for the basement.
Again?
Yes, again.
Wherever. It doesn't what was that one line again?
Josh, leave your part. Come on.
Who's going to be with the table? Table, somebody.
Well, if you'd have been there before, I would have helped you.
All right. Watch your table out of the way. Look out. Don't cram me over.
Oh, hey, all right?
Uh,
Be good. It's all right.
oh, look, knock the chair over. You can knock that chair over too. Because it's been a long time since I've been to the basement. All right. Okay, now let's get up. Let's get up.
On now? Go on now?
Okay. All right.
You can see for yourself. This is the room. There's nothing here. Like I told you.
Kyle, please. Page 88. You are stealing the show here. Strong acting. Keep it going. Now you can go.
You see for yourself. This is the room. Nothing here. Like I told you.
A big hopping disappointment.
Nothing.
It's too damp in here. Too smelly. Nothing in here anymore. Nothing but the rusty safe behind the picture there.
What safe?
Right there. What? The old owner said there's nothing inside it.
What?
It's bolted down. Nobody knows the combination. They said it's too expensive to bust open and it's too heavy to move. So I just let it sit there.
Well, hey, look, it says here, made by the Detroit Safe Company in 1931.
31. That's the year Edison died.
Look, take a nap on the floor if you want to. I have to get back upstairs. I might have a customer.
My father once said, remember 888. It will come in handy.
3 8s is the combo. You were told that.
My father said that Henry Ford believed all the workers in his factory should have 8 hours of work, 8 hours of recreation, and 8 hours of rest. Ford didn't like unions. He said he'd take care of his workers himself. He would give them 8, 8, 8.
Yes, but so why do you think that that's the combination to the safe? It seems like there's something more.
father told lots of stories. I'll make this story a short one.
Too late.
Thank you. My father said that Ford trusted him, only him, and that they had kept in touch. And he said that Ford went a little crazy in his late years. Ford thought that everyone was out to get him. His family, his board of directors, the government. Everyone except for my father. I thought it was all blarney. He even talked about the little people. You know, the Irish leprechauns with their pot of gold. The little people are watching us and laughing at all our troubles, he'd say. He even said that Edison is with the leprechauns and having great fun at our expense. He said that Ford really believed that Edison could be reincarnated. If we could just get in touch with Edison somehow, he would come back and help us.
Get to the point.
Well, Ford was in an absolute panic just before he died. Said he'd done hateful things. He was wrong about fighting unions, wrong about his politics, wrong about hating the Jews, wrong about people. He wanted to repent somehow. He thought that keeping Edison's breath was the only good thing he'd done. Maybe it would make things right someday.
And the point?
He said that he would take care of my father if my father honored the promise to keep Edison's breath safe. My father would sing to me a little Irish tune. Edison's breath is safe. He said, this little jig will help you someday.
Sounds to me like your father could have helped a little more if he drank a little less. We could all use a little helping out, given the current state of things. Starting with Edison's bleeping electric power lines.
Josh, don't get started.
I've already gotten started with this, Kyle. The environment is all ruined. Ford's quadricycle, belching pollution. Edison's power plants, belching pollution. Electric power lines running all over, destroying everything. And the oceans. Plastic bags floating everywhere. 5 trillion pieces. The beauty is all gone, gone, gone.
Josh, will you shut the heck up? Look, it says like 5.25 trillion pieces of garbage in the ocean, according to National Geographic. So, you were right. You were right, okay? Yeah. Was your father, when he did the jig, did he do that for the whole entire bar?
No, only to me.
How did Henry Ford take care of your father?
I don't know. My father said he would take care of me like Ford took care of him. But I don't know how.
Well, maybe he's up there with the leprechauns and the pot of gold trying to help you. Look, let's just try the combination and find the truth. So, Okay.
What, 8?
8. I heard it clicking before.
Which way? You go first.
Right, then left, then right. That's how safes work.
Well then,
Eight, 8 clicks. Okay. 8.
there's not
One.
even any numbers.
1,
Half numbers,
2,
half clicks.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I can count. I know how it gets to 8.
Do you want to turn this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
8
I'm going to
to
go
the right,
8
to
the
the
other
right.
way. 1, 2, 3. Oops. That was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, okay. Here we go. 1,
Finish
2,
it up.
3, 4,
What's taking so
5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Now wait.
Oh, it is rusty. It's budget. It's budget. It's budget. It's budget. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Help me. Come on. Easy, easy.
oh, no way! It's the jar!
Oh, and that's not all. Kyle.
Well, this is addressed. It's to Mr. Liam Mahan.
That's me.
Here it is. Why, this must be Edison's breath.
Kyle, look at this. Look at this, Kyle. A rack of test tubes. You read it yourself, remember? Edison's son had wrote that there were 8 test tubes in Edison's room when he died. One of them he gave to Ford, but he never said anything about the others. Here they are. The last breaths of Edison.
The last 7 breaths.
Told you Edison was a blowhard. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this rack. This wood must be old growth pine, and oh, I love the way that the wax drips over the tops. I should take a picture. These are beautiful. They're like antiques.
They are antiques. They're relics.
You know, I really should open one of these up. If Edison's soul is really in one of these, we should release it and let him stretch out a little.
No.
Dear Liam, I have made mistakes. Lots of.
Dear Liam, I have made mistakes, lots of mistakes. I'm sorry. Just really sorry. I will always be there for you. Even if I am not around, I keep my promises. This envelope is yours. Take care of those close to you. I love you.
There's an account book with my name from the Manhattan Bank. I can't believe the money in this account. And there's stock certificates. General Electric, Ford Motor Company, and cash. Big bills. Lots of them.
I'm gonna open one of these up.
No, don't!
Oh, I don't believe all this nonsense about Brett, Kyle. But I'll tell you this: if a part of me was stuck in a test tube for all these years, I'd want out.
We should get these to the proper authorities. We shouldn't tamper with them.
Nope. Oh, it's one test tube, Kyle. There's still more. 7 or 6. What's the dip? Look, I'll do Edison a good turn. We're going to take care of him, like the letter said. We're going to be helping him, right, Liam? What do you say, Edison? You've heard every word you said. Why don't we help you and let John, you come out and help us? You'd like that, wouldn't you? Why don't you come on out and get the stink off?
Wait. Not yet. there should at least be a little ceremony. Besides, we are in the basement with all this basement air.
Yes, it's wet cardboard and stale spilt beer. What a cat urine.
Yeah, I suppose a little celebration would be in order. What do you say, Edison? A little celebration? You like that, wouldn't you?
Josh, this isn't like just finding some junk in a basement.
I know.
What? Well, let's.
What? Ancient history? I know.
It is. It's part of history here. We're touching on medical science that we may not even comprehend today. And why, Edison, who knows what he knew, what he was working on, experimenting with life forces and the ether. He said that he was working on a device that could communicate, like a phone, with the spirit world. So he was convinced that he could do things to improve upon reality.
Isn't that why we go to taverns? After a couple of beers, I've greatly improved upon reality.
Let's get out of this basement, huh?
Yeah.
Stop! We are the only three who knew what was in the safe.
What are you saying?
Listen, the world is not ready to do anything with these test tubes. I think that we should put them back in there and not tell anyone. We should take care of them so nobody can muck them up. It's what my father said he would do. It's what I have to do.
Yeah. Careful with that, Josh. The smell will knock your socks off. Yeah, musty thing.
We gotta do this again?
This is the last scene.
Yes, I'll get back to where it was.
I hope that's only one more scene.
You're.
See, this plane is organic.
Okay.
It's avant-garde.
Whatever.
Yep. Right up here, remember?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
We have
Get the shelf in the back.
Remember, don't pound it, okay?
Yeah. It'll get it say it, but it's just gonna be this one.
Is that all right? More things?
Yes. Wait, here. Let's get the stool over here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
These drinks, okay?
And that's good. All right. Let's get up. Let's get up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the New York bar room again.
Hey, guys! Guess what? Remember I told you that I worked for a place that did engine design? Well, I'm actually an electrical engineer.
Whoa! Has this theater got a long list of electrical repairs for you.
Yeah. But what that means is I know about electricity and electromagnetic energy, which nobody really knows anything about. But I know about Edison and Nikola Tesla. Tesla used to live in Manhattan back when these two guys were meeting. Okay? And Edison actually employed Tesla at one time. They even had meetings. So Tesla invented alternating current. And he tried to sell it to Edison. But Edison thought it was too dangerous. So he sold it to Westinghouse.
Now, this is interesting.
Now, Tesla was always rambling on about trying to save humanity, about giving everybody free energy. And Edison knew about that.
What? Really? I thought this was all just some silly made up stuff.
No, a lot of this stuff is really true. Edison used to take other people's ideas and tell everybody that they were his. Now, maybe he was working on stuff that was actually thought up by Nikola Tesla, because the two of them had a whole lot of meetings right before he died. This play is actually pretty spooky.
Wow, I'm thinking about all this. Is this real?
I told you I've been researching about all this stuff. It's all real.
Guess I wasn't paying attention.
I guess not.
What's bugging you anyway, Josh? It's more than just this play.
Nobody knows what's bugging them where I work.
Well, theater people are different, right? Josh, right?
You bug me.
What?
You bug me. You act like everything's fine, and it's not.
Cool it.
In your last production, people laughed and cried, but in all the wrong parts. There was no applause. There was no comments. They just left. You saw it.
It was experimental, avant-garde.
No, it was Abbott bad. I was bad in it.
No, you weren't. You were given an extremely difficult role to pull off.
And I did not pull it off. Look at me. I did not pull it off. I couldn't do it, and now I'm older.
Older?
Josh, that doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
What? You thought you'd be famous by now?
Something like that.
I thought I'd be famous once.
I thought I'd be famous once.
Maybe it's still not too late for us to be famous.
Josh, you are famous too.
Oh, Kyle, you're the good actor. Even in the small parts you shine, I can see that. You're gonna get all the big roles. Maybe even at Crosstown.
Don't say that. I'm sticking with you.
No, seriously, Kyle, you are good.
I'm sticking with you.
Josh and Kyle, buddies,
Yeah.
that means a lot.
Josh, I apologize. I bit off too much last time. I'm sorry that I didn't say anything to you earlier. I couldn't. Remember that one guy? He hung around and asked me why I even wrote it. I was sick, man. I couldn't say anything. But you were good, Josh. Even in my smoking lousy play, you were good. And you are famous to me.
Oh, I like you guys! It's like that line in the play. And the hell with everybody else.
That's right. You didn't think we were doing this just to please the audience, did you?
Maybe we are famous.
But seriously, it's this show that's got potential.
Positive and negative. And high voltage.
What?
And average.
There's that too.
It's kind of spooky too, isn't it?
Well, on with the play. All right, get back in your seat. Stop your seat. Get back into care. Ash, get back in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now back in New York City.
Oh.
That sunlight will be gone in a moment. It only happens for a few days when the sun sets. We call it Manhattan Henge.
Hatton and and we are the druids gathered to honor the ancient spirits of the ages.
Amen. And speaking of spirit, make mine an Irish whiskey.
An Irish whiskey for all. You know, I just might buy this establishment. And in St. Patrick's name, it won't be called Blarney anymore.
There's the brave one.
In St. Patrick's name, so, you want this bar, Liam? It's yours.
I took Latin in school. I'll call this place the Hibernia.
Julian and Thomas Alva Edison.
To Liam. And to Liam's father. And to Edison. And, okay, Edison did do some good for us in the past. And will continue to do so in the future.
Josh, you've had a change of heart. But good for you.
Here's to the Father, and to the Son, and to that blessed Spirit, and to all the other spirits in which we are to imbibe. May they all give us strength.
And here's to Henry Ford. And to all the saints.
Patron saints.
And to further continue,
Another one? Yeah. Easy. Don't spill. You know how...
so here's to the spirit in those little test tubes and in that onion jar. I don't know what was in them or what is in them, but I do know there's a spirit in each and every one of us, a little spark that will live forever.
Live forever. Oh, good man, Kyle. And, speaking of spirits, there is one more spirit to take care of.
What? Let's take Edison into the sunlight.
Okay. No.
Edison is free! His spirit has flowed into the continuum and is being welcomed by the elders of the ancient days. Oh, thank you, God. Josh. Thank you. I hope you're right. I hope that whatever was in them, in those test tubes, will somehow make this world a better place.
So, did you hear it? Edison's voice. When I opened the test tube, I heard Edison's voice.
No, Josh! No, that's not true.
I thought I heard something too. What did it say?
Bury the power lines. Clear as day, that's what I heard Edison say. Bury the power lines.
Nice sunset.
Okay, maybe this will be a good play.
You know, I think everything is going to get better. Curtain call. Oh, we gotta set it up. Oh, what? Blue guy, we need your help.
What? For what?
Here, these are. Get this out.
What are we doing?
Get the tape back. Yeah, put backward.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah, put the tape back. All right.
What?
That's good. All right. Let's get up. Let's get up.
All right, whatever.
You're fine, you got it.